Gameplay. We finally have a little bit of gameplay. How's it going, guys? My name's ᴍᴏʀᴇ, and yes, we have another development update from the Sievert team and Underdog. We actually get a little sneak peek at some actual gameplay, like besides what we've seen in the trailer already. Today, we're going to go through this video. I'm going to break it down for you a little bit, and we're going to take a look at what they've shown off in the video, and there's a few new things that I want to point out and go over with you guys. So getting into the video, we're introduced to Mart. He's another member of the Underdog team, and he handles the questing side, or I guess like the structure of the questing in Sievert 2, and he makes sure that everything functions properly, nothing breaks, like in the back end with regard to the code and all that. I'm going to be honest, all the stuff that he's showing on screen is kind of Greek to me. I don't really know what's going on here. As far as like gameplay related details, there's not much going on in here, but it is good to know. It is good to have that reassurance that the questing is being taken care of, and they're paying very good attention to the questing and how all that's going to work. Next up, we're introduced to another member of the Underdog team, Antoine, and he's the lead game designer on Sievert 2. And this is where we get a look at some new gameplay stuff. So let's get into this section and we will break it down. Getting into the actual game, we are in the new bar area in the bunker, and it looks pretty cool. We've got some string lights, and you know, obviously it's all 3D and redone for Sievert 2 in the new style. We've got a few NPCs hanging around. We got the barman. We'll get to him in a second. There is a guy down here in the bottom corner. You may not be able to see it because of my camera. I'm just going to move that out of the way, but it says arms dealer down there, right above this guy's head. There's a little sign that says arms dealer. I don't know if that's the guy. Maybe you'll have to come to him to buy guns. I don't know how the faction separation is going to work. Maybe they changed it. Maybe they didn't. I don't know, but there's that sign for arms dealer down there. Next up, down at the bottom, we can see our hotkeys, and one of them is for the bolts. One of them is set up for the bolts. There's a counter next to the bolts, which makes me think, I don't know, maybe bolts are going to be set up by default as a limited item that you have to buy and carry around with you. Maybe it's just your throwable slot, and you can change it out with grenades and stuff, or bolts, depending on what you want. Kind of an interesting detail. And then down on the left, we can see a lot of information with regard to the weapon. We can see an illustration of the weapon. We can see an illustration of the bullet and what kind of bullet we're using. We can see the fire mode, what fire rate we're using with the guns, and we can see our ammo counter down there like usual. A little bit redone, looks a little bit different for Sievert 2. I kind of like the illustration of the weapon down there. It's kind of neat. Also, kind of on the same side of the screen, we have little icons for different POIs in the bunker and their location, just markers of where to go. We've got a marker for your room, I guess, for all of your modules, and that's your space over there, the crafting table maybe. And then we also have another one for the conductor over there. And then the barman himself, he has his own little icon with an exclamation point, signaling that he has a quest, I suppose. He looks looks like he's seen some shit. He's got a scar and he's got a missing eye. He's telling us to go out and retrieve a flag for this quest. There's a little, text box down here with the conversation in it. He's animated. He's moving around, doing stuff. He's like wiping down a glass or something. Pretty cool. And now we're leaving. We're going into the forest. There's the quest overlay in the top right screen, and there's a hotkey for J. That's going to be to your PDA. And then we get the controls layout over here. You can make this appear or go away if you want to. It gives you all the basic control layouts in case you need to know how to do something. The game itself looks like it's going for a more angular, like camera setup, definitely more isometric than top down. This is the map itself. This is forest, and we can see an extraction point over there. The middle of the map, I don't know if they blocked this out for development reasons, or maybe in the final game you'll have to like discover the town. We all know the town that's in the central area of the forest map where Lazar lives. Anyways, we get a good look at the PDA here. We can see our quest progress in the top right corner. We have tabs for our different stuff. The map tab, journal tab, stats, skills, and tech. The actual look of the PDA is similar, I mean, in terms of layout, but obviously it's updated visually. Also on the map, we have our location there, and then we have a yellow circle for the general vicinity or location where the flag is going to be for the quest. And you can put down your own markers as well, just like that. That's really nice. And then you'll see the marker in the top left of the screen, along with some more UI stuff I forgot to talk about. We have our health bar, stamina bar, and then all of the stats that we had in the last game: fatigue, hunger, thirst, and radiation. This here looks like it could be a hidden stash, because as he looks over towards it with his field of view or field of vision, it appears, and then when he looks away from it, it disappears. I don't know if that's just like it's just a visual element that does that, or maybe it's like it disappears. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not. Not sure if it's a hidden stash or what. And then we kind of move up past this POI. There's some stuff going on. We got a ghoul in the distance. There's the flag that we're trying to retrieve. They shoot up this ghoul. There's a couple of ghouls that they kill. So the second ghoul actually spit at him, and the range on that is pretty crazy. So they kill the first one, and then watch the second one. It spits that thing at him. So ghouls still have a ranged attack that they can use against you. We retrieve the flag. There's a little prompt for you to do that to interact. The birds fly into the corpses, and then we have a little bit of looting animations here too. There are some original assets from the first game, just like placeholder for the loot items in the second game. We got a couple of new ones though. The bandages look new, and the first aid kit as well, and the bullets, of course. We got some more items. We got bread and scraps, batteries, alarm clock. That's a new item. They don't have an illustration for it yet. Kind of cool. And then the ghoul spit gland. Okay, that's different. Is that the same as the tentacles, or is that different? I don't know. They haven't done an illustration for that yet. And some meat, some raw meat. Hey guys, Future Mikey here. There's a couple of things that I forgot to point out in the video. We can see all of the different equipable slots that we have on our character on the left here. We've got a head armor slot, regular chest piece armor, backpack, leg equipment, like pants or armor or whatever, a utility slot, and one slot for a relic. It would be really cool if we could equip more than one relic. I don't know if it's going to stay one slot. Maybe there's going to be different gear and clothing that you can use to equip more than one relic at a time. That would be kind of sick. But yeah, back to the video. And when we extract, you get your summary like you did in the previous game, except we get a little bit more information. It tells you what you killed, what you searched, or like it tells you how many items you searched, how many of each enemy you killed, and there's a breakdown of how much XP you gained from doing all of those things. And then of course it shows you a total. Shows your character as well visually, and then your XP bar from your current level up to the next one, how your progress is doing. Also, I noticed way up here in the corner, we can see we're running this at 144 FPS. I think Sievert 1 was locked to 60. I don't think you can play that game above 60 FPS unless you're doing mods or something. Maybe somebody fact check that for me in the comments. Make sure to let me know in the comments section. But we're back to the barman, and now he's got a question mark above his head, meaning, I guess that means you can turn in a quest with him. That makes it official, kid. Now you're a hunter now. And we can turn it in. We have a new quest reward screen. It shows us all the objectives, little blurb breakdown of the quest and what we're supposed to do. And our rewards down here. We get XP, rubles, and some items. And we can accept our reward down there. And that's pretty much it for the gameplay. We get a nice little taste, a nice little look at what's coming with the demo. Let me know what you guys think about the changes to like the UI and what you think about the gameplay too, especially in the comments. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's shaping up pretty nice. I will leave a link to the original video in the description for you if you do want to go and check that out for yourself. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.